I am not in as nice of a place as you, but still okay, I guess. My
Yeah,
living room, very
yeah, yeah.
exciting.
Hi guys, it's Dave here from Metal Roos. I have Morgan from Kittie. How you going there?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good. We just
Good.
had a quick talk, and you're got some snow outside.
Yeah, it is February in Ontario, Canada, so it is to be expected.
Yeah, yeah. Do you love the snow and the cool, or you like getting out of it?
No, I'm really looking forward to our little trip out your way because it will be a nice change from the long winter that we have here. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Totally different. Have you been to
yeah.
Australia before?
Yes. We've actually only been twice, and it seems to be sort of spread out like 10 to 12 years.
Yep.
So the very first time we were there supporting our second album, Oracle, and
Yep.
we did a few really small headline shows. I think it was like 500 cap places.
Yep.
And we were also doing like some promotional stuff as well there. And then we did the Soundwave touring festival
Yeah.
in 2012, which was awesome. That was of all of the festival experiences that I've had in my lifetime, and I've had many, like it was probably the most well-run festival that I've been a part of.
Really?
It was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the fact that because a lot of the travel does have to sort of happen like between cities, like on planes and things like that, and the
Yeah.
logistics of trucking everything. And it was amazing to me that there was over 100 bands and everything was just so amazing and smooth. And we're just really excited to go back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And supporting Ginger, which will be
Yeah.
exciting. There
Very
are,
exciting.
yeah. I actually kind of thought about that as well, and I don't know. I think your kind of your mark on metal and your vocal mark on metal would have had to have been an inspiration for Ginger, I would think.
You know what? I wouldn't want to presume.
Yeah,
But I do know that one of the metal satellite radio stations in the United States did a women's metal month thing, and I had heard from the host that Tatiana had chosen a Kittie song, an earlier Kittie song from our second album, as one of her like top 5 songs to play or whatever. So maybe there's something there. And we're happy to take the hit if that means that other women could have a bit of an easier time
yeah, yeah,
out in the world, doing metal and things like that.
yeah.
So yeah, like we're really excited. Ginger are an incredible band. I've seen them play
They are.
live. Her vocals are unparalleled. I'm sorry, like they're
Yeah,
amazing. So we're
out
really
out of
excited.
this world. Yeah,
Yeah. Hmm.
which I'd like to give you the same kind of praise as well. I've
Thank you.
always thought that about yourself as well. So
Thank you.
yeah,
Thanks.
I think
I
that's
just I do what I can.
yep, yep, yep. Yeah, making a mark on metal like that, I think is such a great thing, and I'm glad you got that behind you.
Thank you.
Um, so what's the journey been like? Obviously, Spit came out very early, and then there's you've had a quite a journey since. Maybe give us a little bit on that.
Yeah, well, it's certainly been a wild time.
Yeah.
We've had it's like, how's the journey been the last
Yeah,
25 years? How much
yeah,
time do we
yeah,
have,
that's
right?
right.
I mean, you could definitely do the Coles notes with the documentary that we put out a few years back that kind of tells our whole story and things like that.
Yeah,
But I mean, it certainly has been wild.
yeah,
Sometimes I think back to some of the things that I've experienced in my life, some of the things that I've done, and I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, what a strange life.
yeah,
One that I'm really truly grateful for. all of the
Yeah,
experiences that we've had I've been, I mean, the good and the bad. There's definitely
of course.
we've had our share of bad as well. But it is so interesting to me to finally kind of, after so long, feel like we've come full circle with this new album that we released, and it sort of reignited the interest in the band, and an interest that we hadn't seen since our first album. So it's like this very interesting thing where we came out of the gate swinging, and there was a lot of hype and a lot of press and things like that, and we just kind of went on our way, and things
Yeah,
faded away. But I guess with time, people sort of judge things differently, and um, a lot of people, like you were saying before, um, do now sort of feel like the album that we put out at the very beginning of our career, Spit, was a seminal album. It helped to
yeah,
pave the way for a lot of women in metal, and the metal genre in general. So it's wild stuff to be
yeah,
here 25 years after the fact, still talking about the album.
yeah, which is a great thing.
Yeah, and still
How,
here.
how does it feel, kind of reigniting it all and getting back with some members and retouring again?
Oh, it's been so much fun.
Yeah,
A lot of work too, like
of
stress
course.
levels are
Yeah,
high,
yeah,
because it's a business and all that stuff too. But we try to really focus on making sure that it's as much, it needs to be still be fun, right?
of
And
course.
getting back into that mindset again, but getting back into writing, seeing the girls again, getting back to sort of just being Kittie, has been a really fun journey the last few years.
Yeah,
um we sort of wrote the album in secret, and there wasn't really a lot of announcement or anything like that with what we were up to and what we were doing, so we just kind of did our thing. And I can't lie, when I first started to sort of get back into the mindset and like writing and things like that, it almost felt kind of strange and foreign. I felt very much like, oh, like I hope I still know what I'm doing. I hope
yeah,
the things that I'm creating are like still gonna mean something or be impactful. And I think that's just with so much time away from music. Like we were all still musicians outside of Kittie. So
yeah.
that, we there was still a lot of creativity happening, but it's just that Kittie identity. There's a certain thing, right? And
There was, yeah.
yeah, it just sort of, you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing. So a few doubts or whatever, but we just sort of went at it, and we wrote a lot of songs and picked the best ones to put on the album. So it's
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
great. And the new album's awesome. I
Thank you.
obviously is whenever I do an interview, I do a bit more of a deep dive than maybe
Yeah.
I normally would, and seen some of the live stuff as well. And it's great. Like it's that original spark seems to be back,
Hmm.
especially on the stage as well. Which like not everyone can get that. I think that has to be very organic and real, and I think you've got that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I mean, it's not that there was ever a point in time where we didn't like enjoy what we were doing, but it
Yeah,
became, it just felt like we were doing so much and for so little at a
yeah,
certain point in our career that it was just tired. We were tired.
yeah,
And the time away that we've had has, like you said, reignited the spark. It's reignited our desire to write, to play, and the people that show up to the shows, like they help to bring that out of us as well. It's amazing for me and for us girls to see like the generational things happening
yeah,
with the band too. It's like when you see like young people and they're like screaming the lyrics to your words, and you're like, wow, I'm old enough to be your mom, but like
yeah.
this is so cool. I don't know, it just brings that fire. It's like, wow, this is like, it's meaningful. Every moment that we have is like, it means something. So we're just happy to be along for the ride.
Yeah, totally, totally.
Yeah.
And I always like to. I'm a musician myself, so I always like to go over to a bit of gear. Are you a bit of a gear nut, or you?
Oh gosh, not really.
Yep.
But we've for a really long time, my rig was always very, very like basic, like, Mesa Boogie dual or triple rectifier,
Yeah.
the 412 cabinet, and really like no effects pedals or anything like that.
Yeah.
However, I'm old and my back hurts, and so we've
You've
done
got
a lot
digital.
of yes, we've done a lot of
Yeah.
downsizing,
Yeah.
which is great. I mean, it's amazing for travel. A lot of the shows that we originally started out doing were in America, and so a lot of them you have to fly to, and it's just
Yeah.
so much easier to carry your stuff in a bag.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we still like have, the live stage sound with cabinets on stage, but I have the Line 6 Helix.
Okay. Yeah.
Tara's using Quad Cortex, and so we have a lot of captures that are very close to the album tones that we got when we were working with Nick Raskulinix. And so I don't know, it just makes things so much easier.
It, I've
Like
just done
my,
a
mm,
European tour and took I used the Tonex pedal, same kind of thing.
yep,
But yeah, it's just like you set your pedal board down on stage and you're like,
yep.
that's it.
Yeah. No, it's
Plug it
amazing.
in.
And yeah, and the fact that it's going to be consistent everywhere you go, you don't have to
Yeah.
deal with like renting gear and things like that. I also have a Tone X1 pedal, just
Oh yeah.
because it's sort of like a backup.
Yeah.
We have a couple of our captures in there, and but it's amazing to me how technology has advanced in this way where it's like you can literally travel with something that sounds just like your amp that's this big. You
It's
could go in your
crazy.
pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And my back is definitely very grateful as well, because there was a time in the not so distant future that we were pushing our, cabinets and the like
Yep.
SVT head and
Yeah.
like giant cabinets upstairs and in
Yeah.
clubs, and yeah, so it's a world of difference. So
Yeah. I think
I still keep it simple, but like,
yeah.
I've got with the times a little.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think when you get to kind of maybe our age bracket, you did do those kind of 2000s clubs
Yeah.
where like they didn't care what you were coming
No.
for.
No,
It was manic. It was
totally.
ridiculous. Hey.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And yeah, so I feel like we're getting up in that age group where it's like, you know what, let's simplify. It certainly makes, traveling and doing that kind of stuff much easier. So,
Yeah. We're in the last couple of minutes, but you've
mhm.
got a few interviews on today. But
Yeah. Mhm.
what are you kind of excited about for Australia?
Oh gosh. Well, I mean, I'm excited to see uh like I was saying earlier, just like all the fans. I know we have a really amazing fan base in Australia.
Yeah.
They're going to get a great show because obviously Ginger is going to be headlining and they are an incredible band. And so I'm excited to meet some amazing people, to see some really great shows,
Yeah.
watch Ginger kill it every night,
Yeah.
and just see some people having a great time. Like I cannot wait. Yeah, just and see the sights.
Yeah.
If we have some time to even just walk around the city and just take it all in and enjoy the weather too, that will be
Yeah. I was
nice.
about to say the weather
Yeah.
for you would be good.
Hmm.
It's
Yep.
we've had some pretty extreme days. I've just spent most of
Mm.
the summer in Europe, which is funny because it's
Yeah.
obviously similar to you, but
Hmm.
come back and it's just like it's so hot here.
Yeah, I was looking at the weather, and like there was a few days in a couple of cities that was like 37,
Yeah.
like 38, and I was like, whew,
Yeah.
gotta pack appropriately.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Very, very warm and sunscreen.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Well, I thank you for your time this
Yeah,
morning,
of
and
course.
I'll see you in the Sydney show, I would say, and
Awesome.
yeah, can't wait to see it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It was great to talk to you, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Thanks for your time.
Cheers.
Bye.